Today we'll start working with Java 11, which talks about the I/O handling. So how the input-output operations are going to be handled in Java programming. Right. So give me a second. I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Hoping yes. Okay. So input-output handling is required in almost all every programming language supports this feature for the purpose of writing some data, reading some data into the files or from the files, all that. Majority of the time file data to be read, file data to be written, right? And in addition to that, in case if you want to send the data to any other objects, etc. So here Java provides you many number of classes in terms of stream objects and all. So we'll try to understand all those streams and we'll see how can we perform all those operations programmatically by using all these file stream objects especially. So we'll begin with the file class. We'll try to understand that. Then we'll try to classify the streams into two categories. One is character streams and the other one is byte streams. And then we'll try to work with the file stream classes. So java.io is a package which provides you a set of classes and interfaces for us to deal with the input and output operations. So majority of the time these input output operations are going to be handled in terms of streams. Like if you are trying to read the data from certain source, that job would be done in the form of a stream. Stream is nothing but an ordered sequence. So first character after character or line after line, like that, keep on reading the data. Similarly, if you are trying to write the data from your program onto some other file, which is a destinated folder or destination file, that job would be called as outputting, right? So this is how these stream classes we are going to deal it, which are all available as part of our java.io package. So the very best thing to begin with any other stream classes and all is that file class. So every input output operation is going to be represented as an abstract object, like whether it could be a file object or directory or folder, whatever it is. For the given path name, it is going to create you one object which should be referred as file. And you should be able to identify whether this file is simply a file or is it a directory, does it contain any contents, any more files and subdirectories inside that. So all those things we should be able to navigate through or investigate through that file object by using its methods, right? So we'll see that. So how do you pass the path name? If it is the Unix root path, that begins with /, whereas if it is a Win32, Windows path, it all begins with backslashes, like C:\D:\, like that, followed by a sequence of 0 or more string names you need to mention. That is how the absolute path name which you need to mention while creating that file object, right? So let's check the demonstration of this file object by writing a program of our own. So who wanted to share the screen today? Shrikanya, shall I make you the presenter? Rishita, Josna, Ahmad, anybody? Josna, you can? Good. You are the presenter. So please share your screen. Right, there you go. We can see your right. Go to Eclipse. Maximize this Eclipse workspace. UI console is there at the left hand. Oops. You're closing everything? No, no, no. I'll tell you. So they are all scattered, right? So go to window menu, window menu. No, no, no. Don't click anything. I'll tell you the step, simple step it is. It is going to bring your perspective into the normal mode. Window menu, click that. There is perspective, reset perspective, reset perspective. So right now you are operating your workspace in Java perspective, so it is going to reset it. Yes, so it is going to bring it to the default perspective of it. Right, good. So now let's create a new package of your own. So go there to the top of your project and minimize all these packages whatever kept expanded there. Right, minimize that my com.oops.practice. Right, click the right click on src and then say new package, new package. com.io.practice, all lowercase. Right, finish. Okay, in this package let's create a new class. Right click on this package, then say new class. Name this class as my file test and take the main method also, my file test, and select that public static void main as well and copy these 4 lines of code inside that main method from the chart window. Press Ctrl Shift F. Perfect. So it is trying to verify whether you are passing any arguments or not. If arguments length is 0, it is trying to display the message saying that no program arguments. Else, there I would like to create the file object and then I wanted to print its path name, its directory, all that. So copy these things inside the else block. Okay, you need to import it. It is from java.io package as we said. So keep the cursor there on file. Choose the very first option, import java.io.file. So you can see at the top of your class, where is this my file test you created? You created it in a default package. You have not created it into your com.io.practice package. So why did you created the package? So to arrange this my file test in that, not outside. drag that my file test onto com.io practice. Right? Now press Ctrl Shift F. Right. So the very first statement in the program is package statement. After that, import statements. If there are multiple statements you are trying to run, all those things will be there. Then your class definition. Right. So here my file test is a class defined with this main method and is expecting a parameter. So if I pass a program argument, so based on the given first argument, that is going to create the input file. And I just wanted to know the name and path and whether it is directory or simply a file, what it is I wanted to test. So for that purpose, I am going to invoke those methods like get name method, get absolute path, is directory, all these methods. Right? So save this and try to run this program. Let's see what it is going to do for us. Run that program. Did you run it? Okay, no program arguments got given there. Some lagging. I mean, my voice is reaching you little slowly. I don't see. Okay, if it is a problem for you, then your screen is showing up slowly. Okay, 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 no problem. So who would like to share the screen then? Ahmed, shall I make you the presenter then? Ahmed, are you there? Okay, you got some errors. Okay, let's resolve that. Oh, Shikanya, you also wanted to share the screen? Okay, okay. So let's see Ahmed saying he got some error. So I made him the presenter, then I saw your message. Can you please make the, what do you call, the font all that little bigger, my dear friend? Yes. I keep changing this for some time. What is your problem here? Press Ctrl Shift F. No, not temperature report. Temperature object itself. Tell me what is the problem. So you are not understanding what is the problem there? I have shared this PDF. Did you gone through the PDF?
Actually, the temperature test is not aligned for the temperature object.
Temperature object contains errors, so you need to fix those errors, then it will be arranging all of them. So go there. Temperature object is a class, right? Public class temperature object. It should begin with the curly brace, not the normal brace, the very first thing. Delete it and make it public static int temp is wrong. So it was just int temp variable. Int temp variable it is. This should be your int temperature variable. Variable name is temperature. Remove that open bracket, close bracket, all that there. Temperature. Why int temp equal to? Temp is not required, my friend. Temp you can remove it. Int temperature. Put semicolon. So variable is declared. Then constructor is required for this class. So start the constructor. Public temperature object. Name of the class is same as it is constructor. It is not temperature object, your class name. Whatever the class name is there, it should be the name of the constructor. Constructor name should be same as the class name. Open bracket, close bracket should be there for that. Your class name, see, copy that class name. Double click on that word and then double click on this public temperature object. Paste it. Open bracket, close bracket. Now press Ctrl Shift F and pass int temp. Public temperature object int temp. The parameter for your constructor should be int temp. Parameter to the constructor. That parameter value is assigned to your temperature property. Int temp as the parameter. Corrected? Save this. Now go back to your temperature test. Delete line number 16 first. Control D. There is no temperature object. You have temperature object. So just double click on the temperature object, that word, paste it. Control V. Right. Go down, do the same thing. Go down, do the same thing. Then go to there, right? So what it should be? No, 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 big no. It should be the variable name of your parameter. Temperature object temp obj you said, right? So that should be the name. So how come you are not able to understand that? See, temperature of report is receiving the input parameter temperature object temp obj. So you will be able to invoke the properties of the object, not the class. So you need to mention the object name there. So what is your object name? Where is the input parameter for this temperature report method? Show me that input parameter of temperature report method. Input parameter of temperature report is there on the declaration line number 5. So what is the name of that object? Double click that, copy that. Now come on to your sysout, double click this and paste it. Paste. Control Shift F. No more logical errors, all are syntactical errors. Means you are not understanding the language syntax. The grammar of the language is not understandable for you. So what is that we made? No logical programs, no logical changes. All syntactical errors we corrected. Save it, run it, it is going to show you the output. Got the output? Okay, run this my file test. It is expecting a program argument. Since we did not pass, it is saying that no program arguments. Okay. Right click, go to the run configurations. Pass a program argument here by putting something like src. So we are passing our source folder as its program argument. So it is created a file object for you. File input file. So name of the object is input file. So we are invoking input file dot get name that returns as src, and input file dot get absolute path. It has given us the complete path starting from C drive, C colon users, sort, workspace, core Java practice, src, all that. And we just wanted to verify, is it a directory? It says yes, true. If it is simply a file, then it won't give you that. For example, go to the run configuration again. src backslash, not forward slash, backslash, reverse slash. Right. Welcome, capital W. Welcome.java. We wrote welcome.java. If you have that one, it will say that. Apply. Okay. Right. So welcome.java is there in your src folder. Is it a directory? No, it was not. So that's why it has returned you false. So you can copy that file path up to src and go to your Windows Explorer and paste it. Right. Copy, go to File Explorer and paste it there. Press enter. Right. There you go. So welcome.java is there. All those things are there. Right. Now go back to your this thing. Go to the run configurations again and try to change it again. src/com means I want to mention com folder. I want to delete that welcome.java. I just wanted to mention com. So com, is it a directory? If yes, it is going to say true. There you go. Check there from your outside Explorer. Just double click on com. Right? There are two files. Okay? So we just wanted to play with these things. So if it is a directory, we just wanted to list out all its contents. Okay? So copy these lines. Copy these lines of code at line 16. The given input file object is a directory. I want to get the list of files which are sitting inside that directory. So all those file contents I wanted to list out. So list method is returning me the string array, and that string array carries all the file names. Right? Save this and try to run this. Okay, so it is displaying you the file contents. Got it? It is displaying you the file contents. OOP is there and then Pasha is there. So go inside OOP and try to pass that one. Let's see what it is going to do.
You want me to go to the Windows Explorer?
Go to the Windows Explorer and check that. Inside that practice, is there anything else? Okay, let us mention com/oop/practice in your this thing. There you go. So you can see the complete list of contents residing inside that practice folder. Right? So that way we'll be able to work with all these things. Okay? So any questions? Any questions here with respect to this file object and all its methods? Okay. Then comes the stream of classes for the purpose of reading and writing operations. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen, then I'll make you the presenter. Okay, so here it is, IO streams. So from a source, if your program is trying to read the data, it is going to read all that information in the form of a stream. Similarly, in case if your program is trying to write some data onto the destination, even in that case also all that information is written onto the destination as a stream object, right? So like that, whether it is reading operation or writing operation, the algorithm is quite common like this. Open the stream and close the stream. Even for writing also, open the stream and close it, right? And as long as there is information, keep reading it. And as long as there is information, keep writing it. So between this opening and closing of that stream object, right? So a stream object is required either to read or to write, and that should be kept open till your reading or writing operation is going on. So once your job is done, then you are going to close that stream object, right? So that is what we are going to do. So this java.io package is providing us a collection of all those stream classes which are going to support this particular algorithm of reading and writing, and they are categorized into character streams and byte streams. So character stream classes are look like this, right? So all my character streams are like input stream reader. I mean, reader is the supermost class, and then writer is the supermost class for writing operations, right? So this way, reader object is trying to define all its subclasses like input stream reader, buffer reader, filter reader, etc., etc. And writer is defining all these things as its subclasses. And these are going to operate in terms of char data, right? Whereas when you go with the byte streams, the operations will be input stream and output stream are the supermost classes. They are going to operate the things of reading and writing in terms of bytes, right? So file input stream, filter input stream, and again it is defined with some more subclasses inside that. So this is the complete hierarchy of readers, reading and writing classes of byte streams like input stream. So the thumb rule is that the file names that ends with input stream and output stream are under the category of byte streams, and the file names that ends with reader and writer, they are all under the category of character streams, right? So that's how we'll be able to remember these things. So got some message from someone. Don't know, I could not save the name. There is an issue with, no, my internet connection is good. Okay, seems Srikanya went offline. No problem. Try to reconnect. Okay. Okay, so this is how the character streams and byte streams are categorized. And then both these superclasses like reader from the character stream category and input stream from the byte stream category are going to do the same job of reading, but reader defines some methods like read method, read method, read method. So these many number of overloaded versions are available there in the reader, and it is going to perform all these read operations in terms of chars, characters or array of characters. The same thing is going to be there available read method inside your input stream class, which is the byte stream category. There the operations are there in terms of bytes or arrays of bytes, right? So that way reader and input stream object, whenever you are trying to create those things, by default every object will get opened, right? And once the object is created and opened, then we are able to perform reading and writing job. Similarly, writer and output stream. Writer from the character stream category and output stream is from the byte stream category. These two are also similarly parallel things. So writer is dealing in terms of characters and arrays of characters, whereas output stream is going to deal the same operations in terms of bytes. So this is how readers, writers, input streams or output streams, whatever it is, they all get automatically opened when you are creating them. But when you wanted to close them, then you need to invoke the close method on that. If you forget that one, then also no need to worry. But the best practice suggestion is that close the object, any object if you kept open, don't leave it like that. Right? Even if we forget it also, garbage collector is going to take care of it. Right? So let's start using these things, the file stream classes especially. We know that file reader and file writer are from the character streams. File input stream and file output stream are from the byte stream category, right? So let's write one simple program which is going to read the data from a text file, right? So we'll keep creating one simple text file, and from that text file we'll try to read the data, right? So shall I make you the presenter, Srikanya, so that we'll try to write a program. Yeah, you are the presenter now. Okay, go to Eclipse. There, let's create a new file. New Java class. Right click on your com.io.practice. Read content and take the main method. right? So here I want you to create this file object. Copy this one line of content, one line of code inside the main method. Yes, import. It is needed. Without import you can't work with that. So here we are trying to create a new file object. We are hard coding here, name it as intest.txt, right? And then we wanted to create a file reader object based on the above input file. So copy this one more line just below that. Yes, import that one, file reader is imported, and then it is going to cause you the trouble. So it is saying that the checked exception is raised here, so you need to handle that. So surround it with try catch block, right? So there you go. So it is going to handle the file not found exception. Means you are trying to create the file reader object. If that file is not available, then file reader is not able to read it. So that's what it is wanted to make sure that this file is available. If file is not available, it is going to throw you that exception, and that exception is caught here through that catch block, file not found exception. So save this and try to run this. Let's see what it is going to do. Right on your console, can you see the output? Yes. Java.io.file not found exception. In test.txt, the system cannot find the file specified. Right? So in test.txt file is not available, hence it is giving us an error. So let's create that file. Copy that file name in test.txt and right click on your core Java practice folder. Create a new file with that name in test.txt. Right click on your core Java practice and say new file. You can't hear me? So I'm trying to say to create a new file object. Create a new file named intest.txt. Shall I make you the presenter, Ahmad? Okay, I made you the presenter. Okay, just write your name and make this font little bigger. Okay, it is visible. Okay, fine. So you created intest.txt in your project folder. So just write your name one line Ahmad in that intest.txt and then save it. Now go back to your read content.java file. Okay, now try to run it. So since intest.txt is available, it should not throw us that file not found exception. Right? So no more sysouts written, just simply it is showing us the blank output on console. Okay, so now that indicates that the file reader object is created. Now I want to read the data, right? So copy these lines of code inside the try block. After line 13 you can paste them. So keep the cursor there on that in.read. Add exception to existing catch class. Third one. Right. So it is adding one more exception. After that file not found exception. Yes. Pick that. And it is giving you an error. No need of both. So one is sufficient. File not found exception, you can remove it now. You can choose that remove exception. There you go. Right. Control Shift O. So that line number 4 will go away, which is an unused import. Right. Save. And then try to read this now. Try to run this program. It is going to read the content from your intest.txt file. There it prints all the output. So it is trying to read one character at a time. Right? So int c is given there and we are trying to keep reading the data by saying c equal to in.read. If it is not equal to -1. So -1 indicates no more data. I mean it reached the end of the file. So it keeps reading the data into that character C, I mean that int C, and we are typecasting that C as character. If you don't put that typecasting inside that sysout, just remove that char along with the brackets you remove, right? Control Shift F, save, run. So what happened? The respective ASCII character values got printed there, right? So for capital A, 65 is its respective ASCII character value, and H 104. So like that it keeps on printing you all that. So that is the reason not to display those ASCII character values. We are trying to put the typecasting there, right? Just say Control Z, I mean undo. So this way it is going to read you all that output. Similarly, in case if you want to try to write the content, that also will be able to do it. Save this and try to run this. There you go. right? So this is how it is reading character after the character. Now let's try to write one program to write the content into a file. So say write content.java. Create a new this thing in your practice new class. Name it as write content. Take the main method and copy these lines of code inside that. Right, so we wanted to create a file object like this, and then based on this file object let's create the writer object. So take this line, file writer, import that file writer object. Control Shift O you can press, it is going to take care about the imports. Control Shift O is the shortcut to import the things. Yeah, surround with try catch. Right, so it is going to cause you the IO exception. And here it is not going to cause you the file not found exception, because when you are trying to write the data, so it need not be the existing file, right? So if the file is not existing, it should get created. Whereas only while reading the data, it should be existing file. So that is the reason file not found exception is thrown only for the file reader, not for file writer. For file writer, if the file is not there, it will get created. Right, so take these things, copy these lines of code inside the try block. Right, Control Shift F. So we wanted to write some data by using that writer object, writer.write sample content \n, so that we are pushing on to the new line. Then one more line of content. So we are trying to write one more line. Then we want to close. Means two lines of data we are trying to write into that outtest.txt. Then sysout we are trying to display a message. Right, save this and try to run this. If any exceptions will come, the catch block is going to print that entire stack trace. No exceptions. Data is returned to the outtest.txt. So we need to verify whether it is created or not. Right? So go there to the top of your project and refresh your project core Java practice and minimize that com.oop practice package, man. It is not required right now. Right. So refresh your core Java practice. Right click on your core Java practice, right click, refresh. So it would have been showing you the outtest.txt. Refresh. Right. You got to see that outtest.txt file. It has created. So check that, open that file. There you go. So the two lines of code content, whatever you tried to write, so all that is written here into this file. So this is how we'll be able to write the content. Right? So we'll stop here for today and we'll connect tomorrow, and then we'll see a few more programs that we'll be able to do with respect to this IO programming. Okay? Any questions? Okay then. Catch you tomorrow. But I'm terminating the meeting for now, right? Thank you guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.